in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
This breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Unloads it left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, that always stings for the offense. They are raring and ready to go. Got the chin strap buckled, ready to go try to get some points, ready to execute. Your guy puts it on the ground, deflation. You got to walk back to the sidelines. All right, defense, I need another stop.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running with football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. Quarterback keeps it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Wants to go up top. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. On the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to scramble. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it along the sideline. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Just going to keep it after the snap. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Temple. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCF. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no. You're not getting this 1st down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pumps it downfield. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Near the 2-yard line.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Georgia comes quickly to the line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
0.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Georgia! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
LSU, 0.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. 22. Wants to throw again. The quick out. They'll stop him just outside the 30 and the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and now they have a decision to make. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. Throwing on the run. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Finds some room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the container of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Georgia, 35. LSU, 7.
The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
LSU 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at touchdown, Georgia. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And he made the extra point without problem. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 11 over UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
To the air on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Works the middle of the field. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
56, LSU, 14.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Nowhere close on that one.